Verne Lundquist has been calling the shots for all kinds of sports here at CBS longer than most of us can remember. And doing it better, Jim Axelrod reminds us, than just about anyone.
Hi once again, everybody. Verne Lundquist.
If you can't place the voice,
By George, the dream is alive.
chances are you haven't paid much attention to sports.
There's the pass to Leitner.
Not just this year,
Puts it up. Yes!
but for the past half-century.
Davis goes left. Davis gets a block. No flags.
Verne Lundquist has made some of sports' most memorable calls.
An answered prayer.
The challenge is to be appropriate to the moment, to not embellish the moment, to not overwhelm it.
An old-school craftsman whose voice is pure baritone on the next bar stool.
Maybe. Yes, sir.
You go 4, 5, 6 deep of calls that anybody would cut their left arm off to have presented to them as a sportscaster.
I get that.
How do you make sense of that?
I don't. I just say, thank heaven.
In a couple of hours, he'll call another NCAA tournament game. And in a couple of weeks,
So I'm here, 16.
he'll be at his familiar perch on the 16th hole at the Masters.
Hi once again, everybody. Verne.
At 76, Verne Lundquist isn't quite at the finish line of his career, but he can see it pretty clearly. Last December, he wrapped up 17 years as the play-by-play man for college football's powerhouse Southeastern Conference. Serenaded and saluted by college football fans for months, who made plain how they feel about the charming, folksy companion they call Uncle Verne.
How do you articulate what that even feels like?
Well, I had to swallow hard and pinch my inner thigh to keep from crying.
But if you think giving up millions of people paying tribute to you is tough to do, you don't know Verne Lundquist. He made his living from sports,
Mr. Prester was the only pianist the Beaux-Arts trio ever had.
but not
He played
his
for
life.
53 years.
What does music give you?
A soul, a depth,
I mean, it touches some part of you.
very deeply, very deeply.
That soul is touched most deeply here in the snowy Colorado Rockies,
Built this magnificent structure.
where for years Verne and his wife Nancy have been highly instrumental in the Strings Music Festival, which Sunday Morning first visited back in 1992.
Beautiful scenes and beautiful scenery inspires you. You're creating beauty, and there is beauty.
Lundquist often lends his famous pipes as a master of ceremonies to something that may mean even more to him than a game.
I'm used to talking about Alabama and Auburn, and we've got 20 million people watching. It doesn't faze me. But
when you got 550
oh my God. And I walk out this door over here, and it's a hard swallow, and you think, dear Lord, get me through this.
These days, Verne Lundquist is looking back with gratitude.
So everybody wrote a little something. The people you worked with, your colleagues, they loved you too.
Yeah, it was palpable. We'll miss you. Well, I'll miss them.
Still, the lesson to be drawn from his life is that he's also looking forward. That's what happens when you have someone like Nancy right along with you. She's traveled the world by his side in the booth for years.
On our first date, we discovered that we had this mutual love of symphonic and classical music. And that was the first glue that we found to hold us together.
You're bound not by football.
No,
You're bound by music?
and especially here.
Here is the city of Steamboat Springs.
This is, at its heart, a ski resort attached to a ranching community.
What's the draw?
The people that live here, and the friendships that we've accumulated over the years.
It's been their home for the last 33 years, and it's a place where Verne Lundquist can walk the streets during the winter carnival as both a next-door neighbor and a local hero.
Is it still some satisfaction to know that as you walk down the street, the people seeing you go by go, that's Verne?
Yeah, sure. Of course, yeah. Of course it is. It's a reaffirmation of the fact that Nancy and I are welcomed. I'm going to get... This is home. This is home.
Yes, Verne Lundquist has it all. A sense of place, passion,
I wouldn't know about that.
and partnership. Not to mention some of the most memorable play-by-play calls in the history of sports.
This is the ball of Tiger Woods.
As the man himself might say, better to be lucky than good, but best to be both.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just so unbelievably appreciative of the way my career and my life has wound up.
Oh, wow! In your life have you seen anything like that?